just softened my heart a little bit.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am about to go live on Breakfast with Champions. Feeling super excited. Glenn Lundy is currently speaking. I'm waiting to unmic. So here we go.
I love you, my man. You too. I love you too. Thank you, man.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I'm going to go on a run, apparently by myself, out here in this heat.
Run, Heather, run with Glenn.
Fall for the pressures. Heather's done her run. She's done her miles for the week. You have to rest and restore us.
Oh, come on. That was
You have to rest and restore us. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm going to be handing you over to the amazing moderators that continue to bring motivation and education.
Tina.
Woo. Good morning, Glenn, Heather, everyone up here. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Did y'all not hear me? Could you not hear me?
That means unmic.
I can't believe I was finished. I thought I was like mid-sentence, and all of a sudden y'all just jump right in.
My bad. I thought you were looking for who you were handing to. My bad.
No, I wasn't looking for. I was handing to it. I was just saying y'all are amazing. And those moderators here in BWC, they keep this room rocking and rolling all day, 6 days a week. Think about the load, right? Like, think about the heavy lifting that has to be done to be able to create this energy, this space, 7 hours a day, 6 days a week, right? It's incredible. So thank you to all the moderators that keep this thing rocking and rolling, especially my dear friend, Marilyn Wilkin, who's been covering for me this week, and Pastor Jeff, making sure that the message gets through loud and clear. And then, of course, the one and only Miss Stars, Tina, who truly is a star, who we're going to be handing the mic to in this moment. Stars, Tina. Now, how am I supposed to know if you're laughing, if you're mad at me, or if you're happy with me? How am I supposed to know?
I think it's the tone. It's like an evil laugh.
Fair enough. Now I know. Hey, I love you, and thank you guys for spending your morning with Heather and I. See you later.
Bye.
Woo. Can we unmic? Can we get some emojis going? Can we get some energy, get some fire up in here? For everyone that's excited to be here with Breakfast with Champions here on Clubhouse. Yes! I have to get one of those soundboards. Give me one more. Fire! It's Friday. If you want to see my face, hop on my YouTube right now. Just click my face. But I am so grateful. You see that link at the top? That is the amazing, the one, the only Kim Walsh Phillips. And she is doing an event in a couple of weeks, and I will be there, and I'm so grateful and so honored to be a part of it. But before we get into Kim, I just want to tell you how important this room is to change the world, to like shift it like a hurricane, like a tornado. That's what our energy is going to do. So if you're feeling energized right now from Glenn, if you're feeling energized from me, do me a favor, put a little dancing emoji in there. And if you don't know how to do it, let me teach you, because some of you may be new. But before I teach you how to do that, I want to scroll down and say, Julian, turn that pink ticket into a join our house. And I see Jack, and I see Ray, and I see Jungle Trey, and I see Biddy, and I see Nicole. Oh my gosh! So many pink tickets. Hello, John. Hello, Zonko. Hello, Kashi. So Glenn, I'm not sure if you're still in the room, but I'm having a challenge for next month. Glenn is gone, but I can let you all know this. Welcome, Ramon. The challenge I want to do for next month, I notice in the mornings on Monday, I usually kick it in. And we have about 100 people in the room, but I want to bump that up to 200. So we have to do that by joining the house. Okay, Tony, I see you're dancing. We have to do that by joining the house if you have a pink ticket. Hello, Health Wells, Crystal, Blessing, Victoria, Trisha, Janelle, Russell, Babs. And the reason why we want to do this is because when you come to this space, we're going to motivate you. Motivation is amazing, right? But we're going to do more than that for you. We're going to educate you. We have so many amazing hosts that come through here with the tools, the skills, the strategies to uplift your mindset, your finances, your relationships, everything you can think of. Welcome, Jonathan. We're going to motivate you. We're going to give you the education. And lastly, woo, Latimer say, we're going to inspire you. We're going to inspire you with our gifts from God. I just ask that you have a little bit of faith, in that person above you, that person below you, and just kind of highlight them. And right now, before it gets too late, I want to highlight that beautiful queen in that red right there, Janice. If you see Janice right there, I met her a few months ago right here on Clubhouse. She's a Bermudian and my family's Bermudian. My mother just got back, and in May, I knew I was going, and it was probably like 3 weeks when I heard Janice's voice, because, everyone has a different tone to their voice, right? Maybe a different accent. And I heard her speak and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Is she Bermudian? And then there's the other one who's a Trinidadian. Where is she? I'm scrolling for her name right now because I'm getting a brain freeze. Whenever she talks, I'm like, she's from Trinidad. Who is she? Who knows who I'm talking about? Anyone know who I'm talking about? You know who I'm talking about. Okay, maybe you don't. But anyway.
Blessing?
No, not Blessing. Blessing is Nigerian. She's my Nigerian queen. Okay, my Nigerian accent. No.
Sulina Long.
Thank you, Sulina. Yes.
You said no.
Oh, I thought you said Blessing. I'm sorry. I can't, it's still early. Yes, Sulina. But anyway, I want to highlight Janice really quick because today I'm going to be talking about gratitude. And I've been doing this meditation with Deepak and Oprah for the past 3 weeks. And they talk about turning gratitude from a noun to a verb. And then once you get into that groove, you want to turn that into grace, right? So Janice and I and my daughter, the three of us, we did a wellness retreat. It was amazing. I'm still putting the videos together, but in this yoga studio, there were sound bowls. There were all these instruments. And my daughter was doing some African chant. We couldn't really do it, so we just sang Kumbaya. It was pretty amazing. I say that to say my daughter's in Bermuda now, and her and Janice is doing another retreat this weekend. So I just want to highlight Janice. Janice, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you bring that to Breakfast with Champions and how we've, enlightened you. Would love to hear from you.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I'm so glad for this topic because, again, it was the catalyst for something amazing and beautiful. And I'm just excited to even look forward to what's to come. Yes, the retreat was amazing. And this upcoming one is going to be equally amazing. What I do. So I am a reset coach and I help individuals reset, reboot. I'm also a nurse. And so I use my expertise between the two to help individuals really reconnect with themselves. Because we're all on a journey. None of us are perfect. Progress over perfect is the aim. And so this weekend, Saturday night, I'm doing something a little different. Doing a moonlight retreat, which means it's going to be in the night, in the evening. And so we're going to get together and start out with a bit of relaxation techniques, of therapy. We're going to look at our nutrition and have just a blast, just taking a pause. And often we get so busy and we get off track, just like a train. But it's when we reconnect to those little pieces on the track that we can continue moving forward despite the stop. And so myself and Divinity are going to have a great time with the individuals here in Bermuda. And if you haven't been to Bermuda, you need to get here. Sand, sun, and sea is what you'll behold. And so we're going to be in a very serene, sweet spot, tucked away in Devonshire, Bermuda, having an amazing time, relaxing, winding, and really reconnecting with ourselves. I'm really excited. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. But more than anything else, I'm going to give gratitude to Stars right now for really, she doesn't know how impactful she's been in pushing forward, because we all get those little slump periods where things happen and we're trying to create something beautiful. And so I want to just say thank you to you right now for even giving me this moment to share about what's happening. And I'm looking forward to next year when it's going to be even more bigger and inclusive of our family here at PWC. Thank you.
Woo woo. So Janice, before you go, there's two things I want to ask of you. I'm not sure if you heard me say next month my goal is to get our numbers up on Monday to 200. So I'm asking you right now, how many people will you be bringing to this family, to this group, to this network in the month? Is it going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, your nurses? How many people are you bringing through on a consistent basis next month, Janice?
I'm going to commit to bringing 10 people.
Okay.
10 people. That's my goal. Hold me to it. I'm going to start today.
Yes, you're starting today. You know why? Because my book is coming out in a couple weeks and I need the support. So not only are you bringing them into this community, you're going to bring them through for my book as well. So thank you, Janice. All right, guys, we have some more fun coming up. We've got my sister from another mother, but sorry, Angeline, get out of there. We have to bring up one more person first. Do we have any dog lovers in the house? I am not a dog lover at all. If you're a dog lover, can you please put some emojis in the chat? Yeah, you love dogs? So put some emojis up. Let me see my dog people. My kids wanted a dog when they were younger, and I got them a dog, a cute little Chihuahua. We named him Prince because I love Prince. And they would never clean up his poop. He would like put all these poops all over the house, and I was just like, ah. So one day, don't get mad at me, I gave him away. I told my cousin, I said, the door is open, come and get him. And when we came back home, my kids had a fit. My son, actually, he was like really, really mad. So I say that to say my good friend Renee lost her puppy yesterday. I was actually on the phone with her when it happened, while it happened. So I want us all to just hug Renee. Renee, we love you. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And she's a little emotional because she's had the dog. You want to share with us, Renee, a little bit about your doggie and how the BWC is lifting you up this morning and making you feel so good?
So I am definitely showing gratitude. I had him since he was 6.5 weeks old. He turned 13 3 days ago, and he died in my arms. Unexpected. And
he took the cutest picture, let me tell you guys. I was with her the entire time, you know, as she drove to the vet and he was laying there, and I was just sharing with her, you know, she's like, I know this isn't a child, I know this isn't a husband, but for some people it is. So I'm just showing Renee gratitude. And if anyone's listening to my voice and you've ever lost a pet, you know, I don't get it, but I get it at the same time. And we love you, Renee. And I just want to give you all that extra love, love, love. So anyone want to pour into Renee or say anything to Renee? Do we have any pet lovers that can, you know, understand what she's going through?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is Jackie. I'll jump in, Renee. Listen, I'm still grieving. It's been 6 months. So don't let anyone make you feel that it's the wrong thing to feel. It's an emotion. We get very attached to our dogs. And I literally had to get a support group, literally, because I was grieving so hard. I'm a nurse and I've seen a lot of people die, but that was the hardest death in my entire life. My puppy, so it was hard. I only had him 9 months. It was very difficult. And at times I can still do certain things at my home and I still cry. So be okay. If you need to call me, let's talk. Because I support you and I know how that feels. It rips your heart. So I get that. And, you know, if you got to reach out to a group, I'll do that because there's a lot of animal lovers out there that can really, really support you. They understand what you're going through. Back to you, Stars.
Thank you, Jackie. The toughest thing right now is that the other one is looking for him.
Anyone else want to pour into Renee?
That's hard.
I would love to. So it's Mary Lynn. I love my dog, and it's been 6 years. So I've been doing some dog walking, and I walked into a house, and there was a dog that looked just like her, and I just started bawling. I took care of my grandmother for 6 years, all through her everything, all through dementia. I mean, I was raised partly by her. I don't burst out in tears over my grandmother. I burst out in tears randomly over my dog. So people may not get it, but those of us who get it, Renee, just know you're not alone. It's hard. It's perfectly understandable. Find a support group, and I'm just going to tell you, the hardest thing is when you start coming home at first and he's not greeting you, just know that does go away after a little bit. But it's going to be hard for a little bit, and it's okay. And don't say it's just a dog, because it's never just a dog. That's part of your heart.
Thank you. Anyone else?
This is Pam. I would love to pour into Renee. Renee, I I never had a dog. I wanted a dog, and my mom didn't let us get a dog. We had goldfish, and we didn't take care of them, so we owned it. We didn't do what we were supposed to do to get a dog. But my brother and sister-in-law had Chloe, and she was an amazing dog. And during COVID, we had a family, like a memorial over Zoom, and I was bawling, telling Chloe to take care of Grandma up in heaven. So do whatever you need to do to get over it. I actually did a song with Dancing with People Who Love You, or Things That Love You or something. Did it with my niece and nephew, as well as my niece having a little stuffed animal. So do what you need to do to help you to grieve and move forward. And don't worry about what folks say. You know, we have to do what we have to do for ourselves. You have a wonderfully blessed day, and I'll be praying for you, dear.
Thank you so much. And everyone has been so supportive. And that is the last thing I wanted to say. I'm so grateful for you, Tina, for being there with me.
Anyone else?
I'm grateful that he died in my arms instead of alone.
Yes, yes. Anyone else?
Hey, Tina, it's Linnell Burns. Renee, good morning. Sorry to hear about your dog. I actually was a dog owner for about 5 years, and prior to that, I had cats. I have a cat now, but dogs are really, really special creatures. And I remember taking more pictures of the dog than I did of my children sometimes, because it was just such a beautiful, loving, unconditional kind of animal. Like, you could never do wrong for a dog. And so my heart goes out to you. And, you know, Stars, I think you said it best, that when people don't have dogs, you don't really understand, because I didn't understand dog lovers previously. But when I had a dog, that's when I understood the bond that they have. And so my heart just really goes out to you, Renee, praying for you and sending you a virtual hug. It's Lynn Albert. Go ahead and mute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linnell. Did I hear another voice? Are we?
Yes, you did. It's Pastor Jeff. And I understand. So I'm just going to say a prayer for Renee. If you don't mind, Ann Stars, share the draft of the ebook. I think it may help her. Father, we bless you, we praise you, and we thank you. And we know that you created not only humanity, but you created all of the animals, all of the insects. And God, when we get close to our dogs and our animals, they become a part of our life. And so now, as Renee is dealing with this loss, I pray that you would give her that peace that surpasses all understanding, that you would give her that comfort that only you can. Help her to have a peace that we humans just can't understand. And thank you for the time that she was able to spend with her canine. And we pray for the dog that's left, that you would even comfort it, because while dogs can't talk, we do know they have emotions. In the name of Ben Yahweh Yeshua Jesus Christ, you said, whatever we ask in your name, believe in it, we believe it. So let Renee receive it.
Pastor Jeff, thank you for that so much. If you guys didn't know, Pastor Jeff actually wrote an ebook about grieving. He was on my podcast, and he's just an amazing star. Thank you so much for that, Pastor Jeff. And we're talking about gratitude today. We're highlighting Kim, who's having an event in a couple weeks. And Dr. Dale, welcome to the stage. I actually saw a post that Dr. Dale wrote, and it kind of fits into here. Dr. Dale, if you can unmic quickly and share your thoughts on motion breeds emotion, because when we're sad or depressed or not feeling too good, we're kind of emotional. Dr. Dale, are you able to share quickly about this?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. Bring us some energy, mama. Woo, woo.
Renee. So sorry. Our hearts are with you. Our hearts are with you. So,
emotion breeds motion.
Motion breeds emotion, and emotion breeds emotion. So it goes both ways. Which is to say that the stands that, okay, so how to get this? Let me give you an example. You are going through something, whether it's grief, whether you just had an argument with someone, you're not in a good headspace, negative headspace.
Let's put it like that. So if you change the way you are standing, your body is positioned, research shows that it will change the way that you're thinking. So, for example, I have, you guys know the Superwoman, Superman pose. Superwoman, Superman pose. In addition to it, I'm adding a Kool-Aid smile. So
Kool-Aid, not cookies and cream, but Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid smile. So while you're going through what you're going through, for example, your whatever headspace you're in, the negative headspace you're in, while you're going through that, stop as a regulation motion, regulation mindset to kind of regulate you and get you in a good headspace. Do your Superwoman, Superman pose and Kool-Aid smile at the same time while you're thinking whatever you're thinking. And guarantee, I've been doing it for the past month. It changes, it lightens the mood. It lightens the mood. Like, I did it with my husband quite a few times, with my mom, with people at work. I just changed my position. Like, I'm in a meeting and I don't like how the meeting is going. And I just, while I'm sitting down, I put my hand on my waist and I just grin from ear to ear. And they're like, look at me like, you good? I was like, yeah, good. I was like, all right.
Dr. Dale, I think we need a part 2 to that video. That was on her YouTube. That's Dr. Dale, guys. Make sure you're following her. And that video was while you were in the car, but I think we need one with you standing up, actually showing us with your little Honduras smile, just like, cheese. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Dale. So we are yes.
It's PJ. Look, if everybody PTRs, you will see the urn with my buddy's ashes because Buddy had cancer and we had to put him down. And the thing was, somebody in this household decided to put him down the weekend of my birthday. So it's been this year, it will be 3 years. But we bought that solid black urn that looked just like Buddy, and I was able to paint it. So that's what my buddy looked like. So I'm putting Buddy up in honor of Renee's. Renee, what was your baby's name?
Dolce. He was a Yorkie.
Well, hopefully he and Buddy are playing together now.
I'm the worst with names because I was calling him Dutchy all the time. I was like, Dutchy, like Dutty wine. All righty. So, yes.
They're bad with both names and accents.
That's me. So, guys, can I see some stars in the chat if you've ever heard Kim speak in this room, Kim Walsh-Phillips? I'm like so excited about this next part of this segment. Angeline Moore knows everything about everything. Let me tell you, if you ever have a question about anything, like who would have thought laughter yoga was a thing? And then when Heather was talking about it this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have known. Angeline said this months ago. But anyway, yesterday when I realized Kim, needed a cover, I was like, yes, because I'm going to be at her event. And I'm going to turn it over to Angeline after I share my one big takeaway from Kim. She talks about, and by the way, before I forget, she's having a speakers boot camp in August. In a couple weeks, it's going to be in New York City. I will be there. I am super excited. It's August 17th. It's on a Thursday. This is an in-person event. Let me tell you, in-person events are game changers. I met Kim when I was in Dallas when Ramon and Trevor had their event, and she's an amazing soul, even though I felt like a freaking giant next to her. She's so tiny. So she always talks about in this event, she's going to give you the secret to becoming the go-to person in your market. First thing you have to realize is, what is your market? What are you? I am a life and health coach. I work with women that are over 40 that have gone through some type of trauma or tragedy, and they need support to get through it. As I mentioned earlier, my book's coming out in a couple weeks, so I'm super excited. And for me, what I take away from her is finding your right fit client. For her, she talks about her Alex. If you have an Alex, put the name of your right fit client in the chat. For me, her name is Madison. And Madison is either well, she has to be one. She can't be both. Madison has a very well-paying job. She's a busy life, and she just wants to be fit and healthy. That's my one takeaway that I got, is just really clarifying who my client is. So, Angelina, we have 5 more minutes. Can you tell us what you, because I know you've been to everything Kim's gone to, because you're like, Tina, come. Over to you, Angeline.
Oh my gosh, I love KWP. She is amazing. I've done all her things. If you haven't joined her, any of her intensives, any of her courses, you definitely want to tap in. I'm always like, when is Kim speaking on BWC? Because I always need to like write down all her things. My favorite part of her is that she really taps into you and your genius, and she's like, and then she shares, she has her book, like The Shift. If you have not picked up her book, The Shift, yet, she literally gives you the blueprint of how to scale your business and multiply wealth without sacrificing you. Like she had and what's beautiful about Kim is that she's been there, so it's not like she's just telling you whatever, right? And
one quick second,
getting through The Shift because it's worked. Like I haven't even finished it because I'm like trying to do the work with it. Then her next
wait, Angeline, go back to The Shift. So I am so there with you, because even though we have the in-person events with her, even though we have the virtual events and the one-on-one meetings with her, the book, I love it because you can go at your pace. You know, sometimes I need to dive in a little deeper. You have to think and try to rush through it. And I love the way it feels. I told her this before. It feels like butter, baby. The texture of the book. It does, right? And I definitely felt it when I was reading. I was like, oh my gosh, I finally got the secret. It's like the movie The Secret. That's The Shift. It should be like The Shift Secret. Anyway, go ahead with the next book.
It's true. It's so true. And then she just dropped this amazing book, Instagram for Business. And I'm still going through that because the wealth that she gives and I just love her. She is absolutely gold. She is who I want to be when I grow up. And what I think my biggest takeaway is that she's always saying that it's not magic, it's math, right? Am I saying it wrong?
You said it right. It's math, not magic.
It's math, not magic, right? And then she's like, be that authority, marketing, be that you are that authority. So just own it. And so I just love KWP. I can go on it. I think I may have a girl crush, but
there we go. Anyone have any questions or comments want to add on about this event? Who's going to the event? Who's thinking about it? Talk to us. Unmic, say your name and tell us what you think. So I don't know if that means someone's going, Angelina. I'm sure we have somebody. I see help.
Hey, Star Tina, this is Ramon. I was amazed by the sound of your voice when Angeline got on. I was sparkled. I couldn't even speak. I was overwhelmed. So that's why I couldn't speak up. This is Ramon Ray, and I will be going to the event, and I'm helping to market the event and involved in it in other ways. But yes, in large part, this is definitely Kim Walsh Phillip event, and I'm excited to be there, support it, and see you all there as well.
Oh my goodness. Did you guys see that? It's like 2 for the price of 1. Actually 2 for the price of 3, because you're going to get Kim, Ramon, and Stars Tina. So you have to be there. I don't know. I heard some of the Sparkle sisters may be going. Maria, Angeline, Blessing, Renee. I don't know if it's true. But with that being said, I am Stars Tina. Thank you so much, Angeline, for coming through and sparkling this session so we can highlight Kim and all the dog lovers and gratitude and all that lovely stuff. I'm here Monday, 5 a.m. kicking in the doors. And if you're looking for a coach to take your business, to take your life to the next level, I want you to tap into me. What I would like, there's about 112 people in here today. I have 2 asks for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask for 2. The first ask is that you go over to my YouTube channel. I'm actually on YouTube right now. So if you click my face, it'll take you to my Instagram. Once you're in my Instagram, you'll see YouTube. Click the YouTube. You'll see Angeline and I. Subscribe. Follow. All that great stuff for YouTube, because every day I bring some type of short of motivation. And the second ask I have for you is every time you're in this space and you learn something and you grow, please just share it with someone else. I am on a mission to transform the universe, to shift the world, and we're doing that by shifting our energy. With that being said, I am so excited and grateful to introduce to you Glenn Rudin. I've had the opportunity of doing an event with him, having meetings with him, one-on-one coaching, and he's gonna shift us a little more. Glenn, are you ready to rock and roll?
I am always ready to rock and roll. It's my chosen choice of